And hungry for a win against the Western Conference. Rival, the San Antonio Spurs are ready for this one to get started. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. After this game, the Kings head back out on the road. It's Westbrook with the drive. In the corner, it's Sabonis. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, John Collins is a very athletic big man out of Wake Forest. He wasn't thought to be a very impactful rookie, but I think Mike Budenholzer timed it well as he got more minutes late in the year. And with that burst and length, it can be scary when he gets on his way to the rim.
And so it's the Kings getting on the board first. Rose, that's good.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in the paint.
Here's Westbrook. Here's Sabonis. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Now, here's Collins. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Now, here's Westbrook. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Now, offense sputtering just a bit here, 1 for 4 in the game.
Pass to McGee. Tries from 16. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Thompson's got his first points of the night. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Sabonis.
And 1 for 5 is a tough way to start the game, Kevin. They got to get it going.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
And here are the Kings now. They trail by 3. And here's Westbrook. In the corner, it's Sabonis. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Sabonis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Brent, of course, you won a championship with the Spurs back in 2005 and 2007. Talk about the differences between those two teams.
Well, the similarities are more what I would go with, Kevin. 2005, it was a year where we leaned on Timmy a ton to beat a very physical, rough and rugged Pistons team who had won 6 Eastern Conference Finals. Maybe Manu Ginobili was the MVP of that series, by the way. And in 2007, the younger guys had grown up. We beat the Cavs 4-0, and that was LeBron James just putting on a show to get into the Eastern Conference Finals, beating that same Detroit team.
5 on the clock. A nice shot by Booker.
Oh, great ball movement there.
San Antonio again turning it over.
Yeah, that's just not a good pass. I don't know what he's thinking there. A poor decision.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And again, it's Sacramento converting.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting called, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
And it's Sacramento's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. Outside Westbrook. Booker outside. And another three for Sacramento.
Well, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Russell Westbrook, passionate about the game of basketball, Brent, we know that, but fashion among his foremost interests outside the game.
Yeah, the honor the gift fashion line, which, you know, Kevin, you and I don't think we have much in our closets from that, but got to respect it. Fearless, not only on the court, but off the court in some of the attire that Russell Westbrook brings to the game.
Sacramento making a switch here. Atop the key, Prince. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Pass to McGee. Wide open. They get it back. Back to Collins. To the inside.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Right side, Lynn. Burks in the corner. The basket good off the assist from Lynn. Burks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. To the paint. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And that's the role they want for Rose. Getting guys going through his passing, especially when he can find them in rhythm. And I really thought he was going to send that shot the other way, but at least he forces the miss.
Well, just good timing on his part. Anytime the shooter has to adjust, the defense wins.
Down low. Keeps it alive.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Elbow shot is on the way. Lynn's shot is off.
I still love the shot selection. The defense wasn't really a factor. Need to be more aggressive guarding the mid-range.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And we know Klay Thompson is a top-tier shooter. He's got incredible form, a great release, but he's also unselfish by example and plays well within this system.
To the middle. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
The new era of NBA basketball, playing outside in. We'll see if they can take advantage of that moving forward.
Here's Westbrook following the bucket by the Spurs. To the inside. Hernan Gomez. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Getting open in the NBA, not an easy task, and there are a lot of players that are so good moving off the ball.
I think the first couple guys that come to mind are J.J. Redick and Kyle Korver. old school style in which they operate like a Rip Hamilton. And if you go back, Mitch Richmond, where they're using a multitude of screens, seemingly never stopping during an offensive possession and causing some kind of confusion. So JJ and Kyle Korver are still doing exemplary jobs of off-ball movement.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Now here's Westbrook. 5 points in the game. Stolen by McGee. And again, San Antonio turns it over. Sacramento leading by 8. For 3, Westbrook. That's no good, and now he's missed 2 and made 2. Throws it up high. Pass to McGee. Got a hand on it.
Sabonis has to use good timing in order to block shots. That time he did.
And finished off by Mirotic.
And nicely done. Running the floor well, then attacking the rim.
Well, the exclamation point in transition with the high percentage finish.
Now here's Westbrook. Westbrook double team. Mirotic has a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. And he commits the intentional foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, they decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Brent, for as long as Coach Popovich has been at the top of this game, what really is there left to say?
I don't think there's much more you say on a professional level, but there's a lot to be said about the compassion and the things that Pop has done on a personal level for years behind the scenes, championing guys on his staff, supporting not only current players but former players on his team. The interesting thing for Pop the last couple of years is just how outspoken he's been in terms of the equality, not just around the NBA but around our nation, and some of the statements he's made that have garnered a lot of political attention. Greg Popovich not afraid to express some of the things that maybe deep down we all believe in.
Spurs trail by 5. To the paint. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there. And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
Well, it fires up your teammates and the fans when you make plays like that out in the open court and explosive.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Burks. Here's Arcidiacono. 4 on the shot clock. Now Olynyk, guarded by Robinson. Kelly Olynyk, and that's good. Olynyk's got the lead up to 10 now for Sacramento. Smith drives in. Brent, do you think individual defenses get easier to measure with player tracking and advanced stats?
I don't. I think it's impossible for you to find some legitimate measurement of how much a player is truly impacting the game defensively. I think there's great indicators of combinations of players that are on the floor at the same time, that are working collectively and doing something to shut down another team's best offensive unit. But individually, it's so hard to just put a number on what a guy is doing in terms of his total impact defensively.
So the eye test is not out of style.
I don't think so. I think we're getting better at the defensive metrics that are being used, Kevin, and I think that clearly we can see with some of the best wing defenders in the league, a Robertson, a Covington, that they're able to control their man, a Kawhi Leonard. They're able to impact the game defensively. But how are we quantifying that? We need to get better with it.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Here's Arcidiacono. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. To the left wing. Aston Waba for 3. Robinson pulls it in. And Smith with the stop.
That's just called working within the offense, as Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision and then sees the open man.
The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Marco Bellinelli, a player who has always been able to light it up from outside.
And Belly has been on so many teams in his career, but is always a wanted commodity due to his shooting. Very quick and easy way to add outside shooting to a team. He can honestly play a long time just on how badly teams need shooting in our league.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Olynyk can't hit. Spurs trail by 4. And Kelly Olynyk is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
The human aspect of basketball. You cannot fault the shot selection. He had a clean look. You just can't make them all.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Kings on top, leading by just 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Down low. And it's McGee with the jam.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Outside Westbrook. To the left side wing. To the paint. Stolen by McGee. And finished off by Collins.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
Pass to Sabonis. Stolen by McGee. The drive by Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Well, this team now has to settle in right here and have a great possession without getting so aggressive that you compound your mistake.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Devin Booker is a 20-point-per-game scorer since his second season in the league, and he knows you have to have confidence to be a great shooter. He said, know the work you've put in, trust your game. Just because you miss shots, you can't doubt yourself. You're supposed to fall, and they will if you keep shooting. Kevin?
Next shot mentality for sure. Thanks, DA. San Antonio leading by 7.
Well, the Kings are certainly in full rebuild mode, adding to this roster with a bunch of young talent. Last season, the bottom 3 team in both offense and defense, and a bottom 4 in rebounding. So plenty of room to make strides this year.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Stolen by McGee.
Well, a little head scratcher there, guys. There's no reason to force the ball inside like that. I understand the thought process, but the pass just has to be better.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Westbrook double team. 6 to shoot. Booker with no one around, but they get it back. Got a piece of it. Kings moving the ball around. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
And that's just all about positioning. He gets boxed out, can't fight around it, and gets the over-the-back call.
Guys get excited about making something happen, but that was just a loss of composure right there. You can't go through the guy.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And I like this timeout. You're getting terrible rim protection right now.
Well, you got to ask your team to give you a little bit more effort because there's just not a lot of fire on the defensive end.
The Kings will go for a different look here. And the Spurs with possession. Big stretch here going 10-2. Pass to Collins. Thompson outside. Thompson is double. And Fareed sends it back.
And the swat by Fareed was vicious, stalking his prey.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Some turnovers necessary. That one, not so much.
And so here's Sacramento. 7-point differential. And last season, a very strong rookie campaign, Greg, for OG Anunoby.
You know, the team quickly learned that they could rely on him offensively. And it's rare to have a team trust someone taking 23rd overall that quickly. Surprised a lot of people with how efficient he was on offense right out of the gate. And I think you're going to see him continue to grow in that regard.
Booker looking around. Back to Lynn. Pass to Anunoby. It's deflected. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, they've handed their lead right over this quarter with the turnovers.
San Antonio leading by 4. Rose with the ball. 6 points for him. Thompson outside. Here's the three. Here's McGee. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the Spurs pushing it up now. Thompson with the ball. And finished off by Collins.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his third foul of the game. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pass to Anunoby. Back to Lynn. Just 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Olynyk. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboards.
It's not so much just the made shots, it's the consistency of the made shots that's got his team the lead.
Knocked loose. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. Drops in the breakaway layup. And now it's a 12-point San Antonio lead.
And for Lynn, missing the season last year, he's just glad to be back. His playmaking and creativity is something that this team needs. As long as he's healthy and playing aggressively, he'll be an effective guard option.
Pass to Bellinelli. Smith outside. Clock at 6. Fires the three. But they'll get another chance. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And finished off by Robinson.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. He lobs it up. And Fareed sends it back. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 10. Live from Golden One Center, you're watching 2K Sports. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The Kings trail by 10. Booker outside. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. 14 points for Devin Booker.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Sacramento moving it around. Booker in the corner. Sacramento gets it back in a new 24. Outside Westbrook. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Mirotic. Robinson with the block.
Good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Oh, good on that one. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Out to the wing. Here's Hernangomez. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Booker. Pass to Westbrook. From past the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. San Antonio leading by 9. Thompson. Westbrook pulls it in. And here is Hernangomez. Guarded by Robinson. Booker outside. Stolen by Thompson. Back to Sabonis. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
Well, Westbrook keeping his options open on that possession, doesn't force the shot, and finds a man breaking free.
To the middle. And the dunk by Smith.
That's good passing down low. He's good at working the ball deep into the post.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Hernan Gomez. Kept alive by Sacramento. The three. Bangs home the trifecta.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Sabonis with the steal. Stolen by Thompson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And here's Booker from the arc. Tries to keep it alive.
Well, the defense better look up and say thanks. Leaving guys that wide open is not a recipe for success.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Some changes here for the Kings. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Well, I got a chance to listen to Dave Yeager's huddle with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. We'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Burks for three. Drills it from outside.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
No question. It looks like they've rented out room along the perimeter in this ball game, and they're likely to keep doing this until the defense makes an adjustment.
Such opportunistic basketball right there, and that's when they desperately needed it.
To the paint. Shot by Collins, no good.
Highlight reel play all the way, just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
Shooting for Sacramento, Ryan Arcidiacono.
And the first one drops. And so he hits both. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Now Rose. Lays it up off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 4.
And Rose wants that leadership position. When the team needs a big bucket, he is ready and willing.
And that is a gigantic bucket for Fareed with his game hanging in the balance. He expects the ball when the game is close.
Here's McGee. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. McGee's got 20 points.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
But you make strides to get back in the ball game, but an errant shot like that can definitely cost you any kind of momentum. Have to use better judgment there.
There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter. Thompson outside. McGee inside.
Doing all he can to distract the shooter right there. Good defense from Greg Monroe.
Burks' shot is good.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that
one. Rose surveying the D. Pass to Thompson. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Kings moving the ball around. Now here is Monroe. He's covered by Rose.
And And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you beat up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. It's an excellent job.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Here's Arcidiacono. Pass to Burks. Here's Arcidiacono. He's covered by Thompson. Over to the left wing. Here's Arcidiacono. 4 on the clock. Here's Monroe. Shoots over McGee.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
Rooting out guys for his position and then outworking them. So you add fundamentals with the effort. Leader by example.
Timeout called by the Kings. They trail by 5. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Sixteen seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Good job on the glass there, working hard to establish position and put himself in a great spot to come away with that rebound.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both. On the wing, Booker connects from downtown.
Kevin, this guy wants those kind of shots. That's Devin Booker. Wow.
And an intentional foul there stops the clock.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They're behind by 3. 5 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
To tie it up.
That next shot has to come from behind the arc. Only a 3 is going to save him.
And so they foul intentionally. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. No good at the stripe this time. His second misses also. And so it's San Antonio who scrape by with the win. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in.